Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Wait a minute. I'm done. Mess it up now. Yes. Start.
Oh, go, go. Okay, here we go.
One's a former NFL star turned esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, we're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
What's up? Welcome to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. I'm a little bit under the weather. You can probably hear it in my voice, but trying to make it through there. If you saw there, my brain is still functioning in sick mode, so I had the start screen on, or I was supposed to have the start screen on, and I didn't. So I'm still kind of coming back at a massive migraine for the past 2 years or 2 days. Yeah, 2 years now. That would have been really bad if it was 2 years. That'll be a long migraine, 2 day migraine, but I'm feeling better now, and so we're back. My man Ben and John, man, how you guys doing?
Who's going first,
I
John?
know.
I don't know. I was waiting for you. You always go first.
I'm like, is it a race?
No, I'm just so distracted because why does John have sunglasses on indoors?
I just want to be dramatic and wear sunglasses because I'm facing the window so I get the proper amount of light. Here at my house, I just want to be like, hey guys, how's it going? I just kind of take my sunglasses off. Be like,
He
oh,
wanted
hey guys.
he wanted to be that guy today.
Week.
He wanted to be that guy because anybody that I saw, if I was out at the club or in a restaurant or indoors in anywhere, and I see that person with glasses on, I'd be like, oh, that's that guy. That's that person. Sometimes it'd be a lady. That's that lady over there, just with the like you indoors. What are you doing?
Indoors. I just wanted to be dramatic and be like, well guys, my week has been great. You know, like how Mr. Rogers starts his show and he like changes. I just wanted to like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just back to you, Ben.
Yeah.
You're spending way too much time with your daughter during the day. Mr. Rogers, you're talking now.
Ah, that's funny. That's funny. But welcome to the Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. This is where we're going to talk about the trendy topics going along the video game industry, and then we have our great conversation of this or that, and then we're going to talk about what's on stream, and then fun game releases. There's some fun ones out this week, very popular ones, and can't wait to get to that segment. Then also what's on stream, and I hadn't put it in the rundown yet, but I believe I think it's me and. Hold on, let me see this real quick here. I was looking at, I think it's me and John. Actually, I watched that. What you got your what's on stream? We watched the same thing while I've been sick the last couple days. So we
I'm not
both.
done with it.
We finished it. Just letting you know. So we could talk about that together. That was a good series, interesting series, and then we're gonna just get this thing started. So since last week, I've been super busy, and I would say this is the whole reason. Most likely is the reason that I say I earned this migraine for 2 days, because I didn't get a whole lot of sleep on Saturday of last week because I was packing to get on the road to go down to Gilbert's. So Gilbert Brown does a fundraiser every year around this time, and he does one in I believe October and then November. And so I told him, hey, and the last time I did the event, I said, hey, let's do a Madden tournament or something, fighting game tournament, because when we were playing, Gilbert and I will go back and forth playing Killer Instinct, playing Tekken, and all the big guys did it, all the defense alignment, they did it, and that was a part of the D line for the Packers back then. So I was like, man, let's do that, man, because you love playing these games. Might as well, I know how to organize, I know how to get it going. So I was packing all my stuff, equipment, just in case they needed anything. So I was up till like just super late, like 1, 2 in the morning, and then I had to get up at around 6 to get on the road. So that's where it started. I had about maybe 3 hours of sleep, and then drive 4 hours to La Crosse, Wisconsin. Y'all both know how far and long of a drive that is. And then, but we get there. The event goes. So Saturday we just basically do meet and greet and autograph signings on Saturday. But then Sunday was the Madden tournament. That started. Got started around 10:30, and it went pretty good. It went real well, and I did all the. We didn't I didn't stream it or anything. It was just local. It was a LAN event basically. I didn't know how great the internet would be, so I told them that we wouldn't be able to stream it, but we can definitely have it in house, and we did. We had it was mostly kids. We had 2 adults play in it, and then the rest was like kids between the ages of 18 down to, I want to say down to 11 or 10 or something like that. And it was actually one of the 11-year-olds. He made it to the semifinals, and he finally lost to a kid who actually won the whole thing. His name was Aaron. He's probably like 14, 15 years old. He used the Cleveland Browns through the whole tournament. He was getting a lot of sacks with Myles Garrett. He knew who breaded his butter, who put butter on his bread right there. That Myles Garrett, defensive lineman for the Browns. So he definitely knew what he was doing. Had good control of the offense and defense, and so it was great. As I say, so that was to continue using all that energy, holding the mic, commentating. That led to Monday. I woke up with this my brain felt like my brain was gonna pulse out of my skin and my skull. I was like, I'm dead. I felt like it. But no. 2 days down and out, drinking water, eating what I could. Now my wife and myself has nursed me back to civilization now. The only sucky thing now, I've been missing out on the last couple of days of esports because our season started this week, and last night was first couple of games. I believe it was Overwatch and Rocket League, and then tonight is Call of Duty. I think it's only Call of Duty tonight, and we only have games from Monday to Thursday. So tonight, actually Monday to Wednesday, no games on Thursday or Friday, which is good because then we could do some film breakdown and all that fun stuff. And yeah, that was my last week since the last show, guys. What about you, Ben? John, what's up?
Well, for me, college football is back, and where we live here in Wisconsin, Madison specifically, man, it is a big to-do around these parts. Regent Street, which is the street right outside of Camp Randall Stadium, where the Wisconsin Badgers play. A lot of fun goes down there. I was there hanging out at some tailgates doing, the meet and greet thing for the radio station that I am a part of. So I did that. That was a lot of fun. Kind of regrouped on Sunday, and then Monday was just another day off. It was nice to have that extra day with Labor Day this past week. But tonight, guys, I got roped into going to see the Jonas Brothers.
Let's go.
In concert.
Oh, they're in Madison, huh?
No, they're at Summerfest, the world's largest music festival.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't really want to go. You guys Jonas Brothers fans?
I'd say no. I mean, it wasn't my time span to listen to pop music. Maybe as a kid, maybe. If I was a kid of today's time, maybe. I know they both feel like 2 of the brothers are like big time actors now, right?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't even know.
Now, who roped you in is the question. That's my first question. Who roped you in?
My girlfriend, of course.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Got to do it. And you got to do it.
Yeah. So.
Here's what we're going to do. How many Jonas Brothers songs can you name
Ooh.
in 30 seconds?
Ooh.
Get the clock ready.
Ooh.
You don't even have to start the clock. I'll tell you. It's known right now.
Wait, you don't know any.
No, I refuse to listen to that music. That's not even music. I don't even know what you call that.
Okay. I thought that was going to be fun. That was a big old 0.
Well, I mean, I could have just played it out, John. But...
Oh, man. That's funny. He didn't even try.
I know one. I'm a sucker for you. Isn't that Jonas Brothers? I'm a sucker for you.
Hey, you asking 2 guys that don't know, John. 2 guys that do not know.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is it?
You're right.
I'm a sucker for you. Hey, you're going to have fun. That's going to be a blast, man.
Okay.
He got the melody down and everything.
See, you got to go in to that Jonas Brothers concert with, like, I'm in. Jonas Brothers. Buy a $30 T-shirt and just be like, drinking your beer and just be like all Jonas Brothers. That's the only way that's gonna be awesome.
Oh God, I'm
Go
never
hard.
gonna wear that shirt again. I can't do it.
Oh, it'd be a workout shirt.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Come on, I'm just
It'll
trying
be
to. I'm trying
What
to
are you up to last week?
no headaches, not a lot. For me, for life, I'm searching for a job. I do not work at a radio station, um, but I'm job searching, golfing, and just getting stuff done. So it's been pretty fun. But I'm curious, Iman, about your migraines.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you do for that? Like
Uh,
when you get a bad, because most of us like, oh, I got a headache, I'm gonna take Advil. What do
right.
you do?
No, what I've been doing since I was a kid, I just laid low, stayed in the bed, and put all the shaders down. So because the bright light bothers you, obviously, and so
Right.
very dark room, and then drink a lot of fluids, a lot of water, a lot of orange juice, slip in a Gatorade every now and then, just staying hydrated, and then getting rest. It's your body's way of basically telling you need to take a break, and so. I said the only thing I took was was yesterday is when I did get a little high fever, and so I took some Nyquil to help me sleep, and that helped fight the fever as well. So that broke my fever back down to normal, and then I woke up this morning feeling basically better, obviously enough to do this show today. Okay.
Do you have COVID, Amon? I mean, you've got some COVID symptoms going on right now.
No,
What are you doing?
I do not have COVID. It
Okay.
just no, just a headache. I mean, and as a kid, I
A
didn't do.
headache?
Yeah, it just as a kid, it was the same thing. I would get these migraines, and I would be down and out. And same thing, I would get you get warmed up. I get warmed up a little bit back then too. I remember my mom, making me stay in the bed, stay in the room all day long until
Yeah.
everything was back to normal. And then
Did you get these while you were playing with the Packers?
um. No, I didn't. Like I said, it's been that one. This one has been hadn't happened like this for a long time. I've had headaches, minor ones, where I could still go to practice or play a game, but nothing where it just shut me down like this. And like I said, it was just from the fact Saturday, I had maybe 3 hours of sleep, and then 4 hours of driving, and entertaining people, talking high, saying hi, and all that stuff, and it just Sunday was the Madden tournament, which it was like 6 hours of commentating. It was me only, and then driving back to Green Bay area, which is not that's 4 hours driving back. So all that energy that I put out there to put on the event to help commentate and sign autographs, stuff like that. I think it's just my body was on E. I had no more energy in the tank, and it's like, bro, you got to. My body said, you got to lay down, man. You
Gotta
gotta
take
take
a
a
rest.
break. You gotta take a rest. Like, woo,
Well, I'm sure you know this a lot better than anybody else because you were a pro athlete. You have to listen to your body, right?
for sure. And I know, like, I knew when I woke up on Saturday. I said, this is not gonna be good. I was like, I only had 3 hours of sleep. I gotta drive 4 hours, and then once we got there, we drove around Southwest Wisconsin for about another 4 hours. Of three,
Oof.
we did 3 hours. We were going to each campground that was about an hour away from each location. So that right there was like, oh, I was like, man. And then Saturday night, I went to sleep. I got about 6 hours, but still, I only got 3 hours the day before, so it wasn't enough. What I usually get, I usually get about 7.5, almost 8 hours of sleep every night. So yeah, my body was like, nah, bruh, you gotta chill. Go ahead,
Now,
sit down.
do you? Okay, so when you're chilling, you got the shades drawn and everything's dark and you're rehydrating. You don't get a screen in front of you. Do you play? Do you game?
No, no, I was
No.
out. No, I had nothing on. No, not even a TV. I didn't put the TV on until late last night when we started watching the show that we're gonna talk about later.
Yes.
So yeah, it wasn't until like I think it was finally like 8, almost 9 o'clock where we put it on because we had watched a few earlier in the week, so we were right at the end. We were only it's 8 episodes, so we're on like episode 6. Where we watched the final 2 episodes. So
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's important too for people who play games. Is hey, if your body's telling you you haven't gotten a lot of sleep, maybe you're getting headaches, you're exhausted, you're like, it's okay to step back and not play for another 6 or 7 straight hours or something like that. Step back, take a break, and let your body recover. Right?
yep. And then what was interesting too when I came down to the basement on Monday since it was Labor Day, I didn't have to go down to Lakeland, so I came down just to try to play some video games, and none of my everything, the internet didn't work, the Ethernet cables didn't work, so it was like, you know what, I gotta go to bed. I gotta go lay down. Even my systems, my consoles, and my computer were like, bro, go rest. They're telling me in their way because they're not working right now. I was like, no, I want to play some Madden. I want to play some Halo or something. Couldn't even get that in. Just I was just like, you know what? Let me just throw it in the towel. Let's call it a fix right now. Call it a night. So all right, we gonna talk about these trending topics real quick, and I say, well, something that's been thrown in the towel, and and this might be a problem with my 3090 GPU here. So in this article I got on PCWorld.com, so my graphics card, I told y'all I just got a new build in from a good friend of mine, Hank Basket, and in the last 2 weeks it just kind of just boom shut down. Everything just went dark on the screens, and I didn't know what was going on. And this article might shed some light on what may be going on. So at PCWorld.com, you can read this, and it says an analyst of dead EVGA GeForce RTX 3090 cards that failed while playing Amazon's new World game indicated, which is, by the way, remember when we had Tiger Lily on a few weeks ago? This is the game she was playing, and she was really excited about it. She loved the game. So this new game, New World game, indicated a rare smoldering issue limited to a small batch of cards is responsible. And a company spokesman, told PC World this. He said EVGA said it received 24 dead GeForce RTX 3090 cards believed to have failed from playing the new game New World beta. All of the cards were earlier production run cards manufactured back in 2020. Under an X-ray analysis, they appear to have poor workmanship. That means obviously they didn't put in that work that should have been done to make sure they run properly. So on soldering around the cards MOSFET circuits that powered the impacted cards. So that means it is getting the soldering. You got a soldering iron, and where the little chips got to get basically glued together wasn't really done the proper way. So they didn't, if they heated up, that part would eventually kind of break apart. That's kind of what my dad used to do with fixing computers. He used that soldering iron all the time, and that little soldering iron come in handy to those little small billet pizza pieces you got to either stick together or fuse together, and that stuff kind of is, I guess, breaking apart from what I'm kind of reading here. So it's gamers, of course, here we go. Gamers went into panic in early July when reports started coming that the popular beta version of Amazon's New World MMO was a killing graphics cards. So at the time, the brunt of the reports revolved around EVGA's GeForce 3090s GPUs, although they were unconfirmed reports of all cards dying, and different manufacturers and different makes of cards as well, so including the Ramadan and the older GeForce cards. So what you guys think of that? I know for me, I'm like, that might be what's going on with my 3090 GPU right now.
So you have a 3090 card. You have exactly what they're talking about.
Yep, I have it, and like my computer won't even turn on right now.
Oh.
The only thing it does cut on, like the box turns on, and I see the fans with the GBA lights, I know it's RGB lights, RGB. I know I'm saying that wrong, but the lights, I have different color lights on all the fans and stuff. I see all that, but nothing on my screens at all.
Were you playing that game?
I haven't even played that game. I was brought aware of it because of Tiger Lily when we interviewed her a couple weeks ago. But I've been downloading stuff to my Steam account a lot more recently, like Madden. Before that was Alien, Fireteam Elite. So like 2 or 3 games I downloaded in the last couple weeks. I don't know, maybe it was that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just know it shut down my computer it started about a month ago, and then most recently it did it twice, and now it hasn't cut back on at all. So I'm like, come on.
Things like that, I usually like to just defer to professionals on this. If you talk to Hank, what does Hank say?
Yeah, he's like, so this is like his worst nightmare. Because I've talked to him quite a bit about this, and he remember, I just sent it back to him, remember, to have him fix it. And so before he put this new GPU card in it, he said, Ahman, you just don't know. He said, well, now, I'm going to tell you. He said, I would have to basically walk my neighborhood in the middle of the night to not be stressed out about figuring out what is going on and why can I not fix this guy's computer right now. You know,
Yeah.
he's working day and night. He's working on other people's builds. You know, now he's getting, like I told you, he's picking up good clientele. He just was down in Houston for Mark Ingram's computer, who's also getting into gaming now. And Von Miller, he built out two PCs for him a year ago when all the pandemic stuff was going on. So he has, high clientele. And he said to me, I remember when when he came to Green Bay to fix AJ Dillon's computer, he's like, "Hey man, I think I'm gonna do like a one-time fly to your place to fix it." He said, "I owe you that." I'm like, "Yeah, appreciate it." I said, "I would love it," because he's like, for him, he's like, "I don't know what I could do." He said, "I've done everything. I've been took stuff out, put it back in, and moved our stuff around." So he said he's gonna work on it. He's gonna figure out what this is. He's probably like he said, it's probably the most difficult build he's had to try to fix it. In terms of the repair side of it. So interesting.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna try to do it myself. He's definitely the guy.
No,
He's
no.
definitely the guy. I'm gonna go by and try to fix it.
Yeah.
Right, see,
All
okay.
right, well, yeah, so for me this week, the more things change, the more they stay the same. When we finally think we're making progress with diversity, running these gaming companies, the more things just don't change. So Ubisoft, they named a new chief creative officer. He is Igor Mansu, a 20-year veteran of the company who most recently led development of Riders Republic, the company announced yesterday. Mansu steps into, I just lost my screen. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So Mansu steps into the role over a year after previous CCO Serge Hascott resigned amid allegations of sexual misconduct, and at a time when many employees were calling on the Assassin's Creed publisher to shake up its predominantly French and French-Canadian creative leadership team. What do? They hired another white male. Now, they did put out a statement that said, as Chief Creative Officer, Mansu will be in charge of guiding the overall creative vision for every game the publisher produces. He will work closely with stakeholders in all the company's studios to include diverse perspectives and sensibilities that will feed the creative spirit of the group. But of course, now that's a good statement to say, and he's going to guide those, diverse perspectives and sensibilities. But at the end of the day, he's another white male running one of these gaming companies. It's like, why do we just keep repeating this,
Yeah, I mean, I say unfortunate, but it is something that I guess it's going to take a while for people to kind of, I say, wake up and really, show, or really, I say, get the awareness around them, aware, not saying it's a prevalent problem, but there's something where you weed it out, where people get the get the education on how to be socially aware of what they're doing and their practices and the things, the way they treat people, the way they talk to people, things of that nature.
I just don't think it's a good look when your previous CCO resigned amid allegations of sexual misconduct.
Right. No, and that on top of that, right. It's like, come on now. It just
it just blows my mind.
a lot of these executives, you would assume I think they're too smart for their own good. They feel that they could get away with a lot, and now stuff is where things there now is where they can't get away with what they're doing, because people are now they know that there is support behind somebody who reports someone who's doing what these executives are doing, and it should be that way. It should have been that way the whole time, but now it's picking up steam, which is a good thing. And it's better now than never for this. I say for situations like this at any company, to have somebody to basically say, "Hey, no, you can't do that, and you got to pay. This is the repercussions for you doing that to the female employees at this company."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, guys, for my news this week, did you know
Uh-oh.
that every Summer Olympics game since 1992, and even the Winter Olympics, has had some sort of video game to go along with it, right? Since 1992. But did you know that it's not just the Olympics that happen every 4 years? The 2020 Summer Paralympics just drew to a close. Now, this is from GameIndustry.biz. And did you know there is now an officially licensed game for the Paralympics as well? Yeah, so this is the first
Didn't
time.
know
So
that.
it's the first time ever. But every year since '92, the traditional Olympics have had a video game So this one is the officially licensed Paralympics game, the Pegasus Dream Tour, which launched back in June, hosted its own in-game concert as closing ceremonies closed over the weekend. So I thought that was kind of cool. Is that for so long, one type of Olympics games have been represented in the video game world, and now they're representing a different Olympics, the Paralympics. So I thought that was just really cool.
Yeah, I believe that's fair. It
Yeah.
should be. And yeah, I watched a couple events, through that Olympic because it was basically right after, and some of it started during the regular Olympics. And so yeah, I believe that. I mean, I like that idea. I think it's cool. It gets, like I said, it just makes sure everybody has a representation basically
Yeah.
Yeah.
out there in the world, and that's what we're talking about, and that's what we're leaning into with Ben's article, with his what he talked about there. It's the same thing, just bringing that awareness so people just don't do what they feel like they should, what they want to do, and thinking, not thinking, oh, I'm not going to get caught, but also with yours, John, that people understand that there's also, Paralympic athletes out there busting their tails to get in shape to run the 100, the long jump, all the other Olympic events that we see able-bodied athletes do, and they're doing it on their own as well, and then winning gold medals and silver and bronze as well. So great.
Yeah. And the quote again from the GameIndustry.biz article, and this is the statistic. So 7 billion people are on planet Earth. You guys guess how many are considered to have disabilities? If you had to guess.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah, good.
I
Because they
would.
have the number here.
You said how many on the planet Earth?
7 billion, about 7 billion people on the planet.
Okay, I would say probably 2 billion handicap athletes, or
Okay.
that's
I'll
it.
go with 500 million.
Okay. You both are actually really pretty close. 1.2 billion people are considered to have disabilities.
Okay.
So I think that also puts it into another perspective is you get that diversity, that inclusion in the video game world now for the first time in that Paralympics genre. And then just, hey, 1 billion people are considered to have a disability. So this seems to me to be very long overdue. That's a really big number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, hats off. Who's the game company, John, that is putting that together?
Yeah.
Pegasus Dream Tour. Is it Pegasus Games, perhaps? Let me double check that.
Okay.
It's not Pegasus Games, I'll tell you that.
And to the
Think locally.
Okay, to the Twitch chat, I got the bearded Doty tells me that's the universe saying shut it down, bruh. Yeah, I'm definitely listening to that. And Tiburon317 says he said gotta take care of yourself, listen to your body. Yes, sir, that's what I'm doing. And then Tiburon goes on the GPUs. He said as hard as it is to get one of these new GPUs, there is no excuses to have poor workmanship issues. Very true. Very true. Agreed there. And it says, and then, what's up, Denai? He said, what's up, Greenies? And so, guys, I don't know if you heard last time we were on, but my community on Twitch has named themselves the Greenies.
That was
So,
2 weeks ago.
oh, was it 2 weeks
That's
ago? Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, the Greenies. I was going to call them, I like the movie Usual Suspects,
Yeah.
with Kaiser Sose and the way he faked out the police department by using the stuff on the wall behind the cops to tell a story that wasn't real. And I was gonna call them the Usual Suspects, but
Yeah.
I like the Greenies. The Greenies pretty
I like
dope.
the Greenies.
Yeah, the Greenies. So what's up, Greenies? Deny in the house. Excuse me, they're clearing my throat. So where are we off to now, guys? We are off
This
to
or that.
this. We into this or that. Get us going, Ben.
This or that.
All right, guys.
Uh oh.
Oh, jeez.
He's getting ready. Oh, he put the shades on for this.
This or that. Would
I
you
love it.
rather know all the world's languages or be able to talk to animals?
Oh, this is simple. I want to be able to speak with animals. I've always wanted to be able to communicate with my dogs. Like when they have an issue when they're whining, what the hell are you whining about? I don't see anything outside. I just want to be able to communicate with animals. And like imagine you could like go live off in the wilderness and you could just be able to talk to the animals. You'd never be alone, ever.
Good point. Good point. I like that. I like that. I don't know. This is a tough one for me because I'm definitely with you, Ben, and I've always wanted to obviously know other languages of the world. Whew. You know what? I'm thinking like, Aquaman and the control. He uses the animals in the sea. I'm gonna go with speak to animals as well. I think that's a game changer right there. You'd be like, oh, we got a problem? No problem. Let me call a few friends of mine.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
But
Yeah,
hey,
I'd like to
Bear,
be.
get over here. Hey, I got somebody you need to handle over here.
I'd like to be Doctor Doolittle as well. But when you talk to animals, so if you're talking to a bear, do you talk in English to a bear, or do you have to like talk like a bear?
Oh my God,
Well,
you are
you
going down a rabbit hole.
Like, do you talk to the birds? You got to chirp, or do they understand English? How's it work?
it must
I'd
be
rather speak
some
with animals.
it must be something obviously that you understand when they make their chirping sound or their growl. You
Okay.
understand what that growl means. So that
Okay.
because that's how if you go back to watch Doctor Doolittle with Eddie Murphy or back in the day with the old comedian, I can't think of his name right now. But if you think about that, they always could understand because animals they'll squeak and chirp and they'll be like, oh
Yeah.
really? He'd be sitting there having a conversation with them. So you can
Okay.
decipher through that.
I think we're all animals. All right, this
Yes.
or that. Would you always like to always be surrounded by annoying people, or be alone for the rest of your life? Oh my God,
So,
two extreme examples.
so
Yes.
would you always want to be surrounded by John Arias or always be left alone for your whole life?
Wow. Tell me how you
Whoa.
really feel, Ben. Dang. Y'all
Wow.
been
What
around
if
each
I?
other way too long. Way too long.
No, I
So,
don't get to do this to him every day now, so I miss it. So I got to do it when I can.
so if I'm alone, I never have to hang out with Ben again. Is what you're saying?
There you go.
That's such a weak comeback. Come on.
Bam.
No, I'll go first. I would rather be left alone. Annoying people, I have patience to a certain point, and then I'm just like, no, I'm done. Stay away from me. Go. So I'd rather be left alone my whole life.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to say I'm with Ben. I don't mind being alone for the rest of my life. That's good. I don't because I don't I like being around my friends, and so once they become annoying, that's when I leave. I go.
Right. Yep.
you
I'm with
know.
you.
So I'll say be alone for the rest of my life. And to the Twitch chat, Tiburon says animals for sure. I would love to hear. Kind of, I think it was you, John. Maybe Ben said, "I'll love to hear what my dogs are thinking."
Yeah,
So
that's
there
what
it
I
is.
said.
That's
Yeah.
what Ben said. Yep, for sure. All right, next up.
Okay. All right. Next up. By the way, I'm going alone for the rest of my life as
Right.
well because the annoying people would be so annoying that after about an hour, you'd be like, "Oh God, I'd love to be alone now." Eventually, eventually, everyone's going to choose alone for the rest of your life, even if you started with surrounded by annoying people.
Yeah.
All right, coffee or alcoholic drinks? What would be harder to live without for one
Yes.
year? This is tough.
Wow.
See, I don't do
This,
neither, so this would be real easy for me. But I gotta pick one. Um,
mm,
you said coffee. Is
No, you
coffee
love
or?
your Miller Lite. Come on, man. You love
uh,
that Miller Lite, right?
I
Yes.
say I don't do either very much. But when I say I do probably beer more. So you're right, Ben. I'll drink my Miller Lite a lot more than I do drink coffee. So there you go.
So, yeah, here's the thing with me. I think it's going to have to be alcohol, even though I love a cold beer on a Friday night because can't go without 12 to 13 cups of this liquid gold every single day.
He
I
said
couldn't go
liquid gold.
without coffee. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Why is coffee called liquid gold? I just want to know that. I've heard that. You're not the first person I heard say that.
Because it's one of the greatest inventions of all time. I don't know. It's just amazing. Keeps me awake, keeps me going, keeps me fresh,
Okay.
keeps me on my toes.
okay.
All
Well, here,
right.
let me help you out. You would it'd be harder to live without alcohol. You would choose alcohol and get rid of the coffee, even though I'm having a coffee right now. And the reason is you can substitute your caffeine in different ways. Like, do you really love the taste of coffee or do you love the effects of coffee? If you love the effects of coffee, get your caffeine in a pill, get your caffeine in
Uh-huh.
a different drink. So now
Uh-huh.
enjoy that ice cold beer.
Yeah, the thing about
Uh-huh.
me, I enjoy the taste of coffee. I like a good hazelnut brand of coffee. I don't care who makes it. That's my drink of choice. And I mean, coffee to me, really, sometimes I think I think it's what's the word? Placebo. I don't think it really affects me with the
Oh yeah,
caffeine because
yeah,
I can
yeah.
drink a cup of coffee and I can go to bed within the next half hour after I
Oh yeah,
finish that
Yeah, your
coffee.
body can adjust to it. Your body eventually starts getting used to it. So yeah, that could be
yeah.
a
Your
non-factor.
tolerance for coffee is so
Tolerance.
high right now.
That's
Your
what I was trying
body's
to
just
think of.
yeah. Your tolerance is so high. Okay, well here, let me. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before, but they make decaffeinated coffee without caffeine in it, and it tastes just like coffee.
You saying it like it's a new thing.
You should try that, man, if you like the coffee taste so
He is
much.
totally messing with you. That is
I don't know
hilarious.
if there's a decaf brand of hazelnut coffee, John.
Sure, there is. By the way, I tried decaf coffee once for 2 weeks just because I'm like, I want to see if I can do this. I did. It was fine. And I found that I really enjoyed the taste of decaffeinated coffee. It gave me that coffee taste and it made me feel maybe that placebo effect. It
There
made me
you
feel
go.
like I was consuming coffee.
There you go. To the Twitch chat real quick. Tiburon317 says my daughter is really annoying, so I go to I go to practice. And he also says I enjoy an occasional beer, so coffee can go. So no coffee. He's beer all day. There you go.
Okay, next this or that. Wait, did you go? Oh, yeah, you mine doesn't drink
Yeah.
anything
Yep.
except for water.
Water. Water.
Water. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them?
Hmm.
This was an interesting this or that. Ben, let's start
I'm
with
gonna
you.
sound like a horrible human being, but the reason why I will not get that sticker on my license is because I cannot stand the thought of people picking apart and cutting my body open after I die. I
They gonna
can't. I don't know why. I
they
don't know
gonna
my
do that
body.
anyway. You know that, right?
Put me in the ground. Let me decompose naturally. I don't want anybody cut me open. I don't want an autopsy. Just the way I died, the way I died. Who cares?
But the coroner, not the coroner, the what's the person? Like the
The
morgue.
funeral home
The
director?
funeral home director or employees are already gonna slice you and dice you because they gotta put the oh
I
god
thought they just shoot that stuff in
Embalming
your
fluid.
veins.
embalming fluid in you. They gotta put the
They
embalming
shoot
fluid
it
in
in
you.
your veins, don't they? I think they just shoot it in your veins. I don't think they actually.
I don't
Well,
know.
I don't know, but you gonna get sliced and diced somehow. Anyway, the
Yeah,
insects are gonna do it to you when you're in the ground. Just so you know that.
that's fine. At least I'm helping nature.
Oh, so you okay?
So I'd rather help nature than my fellow man. Yes, I'm a jackass. Sorry, John.
Oh,
Listen,
yeah, that's a good one.
Well, science doesn't need my body. What are they going to find out? Like, he drank coffee and had beers and
Well, you might have some organs that help somebody out. Who
something.
knows? Or science, you might help them out, figure out something. You know, he was an
Yeah, so
ageless
I'm
wonder
going
or
to
something.
donate it to somebody who needs it. Like, just imagine if somebody needed, like, a kidney or whatever, and they're just, like, stressed out and going through this, the whole family, like, oh, when are we going to get a kidney? And then all of a sudden, I pass away. They get the call. That kidney is coming to you. Like, I'm not going to use it anymore. Go ahead, take it.
no,
Like,
Nice,
that's pretty cool. I think that's
nice.
pretty neat.
Yep.
no.
I'm a definitely. He said nah. Ben's like nah,
That's
nah.
nah.
I'm gonna probably do the donate my organs to somebody who needs them because from for a long time, every time I got my physical, the doctor always said since I was I say since I can remember, hey Amon, you're good to go. You're functioning. This is functioning good. That's functioning good. So I'll say because from what the doctors told me over the years that my organs are functioning at a high level. So I would say, hey, I would love to give somebody my heart, my lungs, whatever that needs to be when I pass away. So there you go. Family first, though. I'm gonna make sure any family member first, but then after that, we could, you know, take it to people that we don't know that may need my organs. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, and then
Next,
Tiburon.
this or that.
Oh, next one. You go. You go.
All right. Hug a porcupine or kiss a lizard.
Mm. Mm. That's a tough one. I don't like sloppy kisses either. I don't want to. That's nah.
I'll go first.
You go.
I was at the zoo a few weeks ago, and those porcupines are no joke, man. Those, what are they called? Need,
Needles.
what's a
They're needles.
porcupine needle?
I would say needles or spikes.
They're so long, and like you would just get tore up if you hugged a porcupine. I would kiss a lizard. Now, you might like. Have you ever heard people like licking toads and having hallucinogenic
Getting high.
experiences.
Yeah, certain toads
Yeah,
that you see down in Brazil or the rainforest, right?
yeah. So I'd rather just kiss a lizard and just hope something fun happens.
Is that what you have on sunglasses? Did you just lick a lizard?
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know how to answer this. I don't want to do either one, but I guess I'd rather lick a lizard because that probably would be less painful, I would think.
Mm, yep. Probably. I think I'm gonna go ahead with that. I'm gonna go lick a lizard or kiss a lizard. I'm good with that. Less painful, definitely. When you think about hugging a porcupine, you're gonna get spiked.
Yeah.
You know, don't want that. And then Tiburon 317 says, "Donate my organs. I may be gone, but I will love to help someone else live on." And he also says to you, Ben. He said, "But I get what Ben is saying, though. Much respect. Much respect."
Thank you.
Yep. All right, we got a few more left.
Okay, next with the future. Wait, is that Futurama?
Futura.
Futura?
Yeah, that's the little. I'm assuming I didn't do all my homework, but I'm assuming that's the little town or city they live in Futurama TV show. Yes.
Oh,
Futura. It's called
okay.
Futura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Gotham. Oh, you're talking about the city. Okay.
Yes.
Like, which city? Okay, where they live in Futurama or Gotham, where Batman lives?
Right.
I'm going Gotham. Although that seems like one of America's worst cities to live in. I'm just
Exactly.
saying, if they had rankings,
Yeah.
it'd be like
Worst cities to live in, fictional cities to
Detroit.
live in.
Gotham, Gary, Indiana. I don't know.
He's sick. That's funny.
First he says Detroit, throws everybody in Michigan under the bus.
I
Then
hear
he
Detroit's
goes
lovely,
Gary,
actually.
Indiana. See you later, all our fans in Indiana and Michigan.
Oh,
They're gone.
oh man.
I'm sure Detroit's lovely, actually. I've heard good things about Detroit.
Oh, stop trying to save yourself.
So Gotham. I'll go Gotham.
I'm gonna go Futurama. I know Gotham. I've read a lot of Batman comics, and your Gotham is not the place to be, bruh. If you want to live, do not live in Gotham unless you are a superhero. That's the only way you'll stay alive, living in Gotham City. If you were a superhero person, or even person with extra abilities, even if you're not a super, you like Bruce Wayne and or what's his name, Green Arrow, somebody like that you
Ooh,
get.
I love that series.
If you're somebody like that, I would say then you're okay. But if you don't have those strengths, you don't have those abilities, don't even think about moving to Gotham City. You're gonna be done in quick. So either a guy who reads the books, no. Unless I'm Bruce Wayne, that's the only reason I'll live in Gotham. But other than that, I'm living in Futura. So if I'm saying it
Oh, wait,
correctly,
I want to live in Gotham. I want to meet Bruce.
you better work for him. That's the only way you're gonna stay alive. You know.
I don't know. I think Gotham would be okay. I mean, imagine there would never be a dull day. There's
True.
always something going on. A bank robbery, something, right?
The world's about to come to an end.
A building explodes. You never know.
World
Something's
coming
gonna
to an
happen.
end. Joker didn't hijack the blimp. Is gonna have to poison everybody. There's always something entertaining going on in Gotham City.
Didn't the football stadium in Gotham, like get destroyed?
Yeah, in Dark Knight
You
Rises,
might be at a game.
the last,
Stadium might collapse.
Like I said, it would never be boring.
yeah.
All right. So in a fight, who would you rather face? Last this or that. Dwayne The Rock Johnson or Dave Bautista?
Ooh.
Oh, man, this one's tough because I'm a big wrestling fan. So I watch both these guys doing their thing in the squared circle.
Ooh, I like it.
So I could be wrong on this, but I believe that Batista is older than The Rock, even though The Rock started wrestling much younger than, or much earlier than Batista did.
Right.
I gotta go with, in a fight, who would I rather go? Oh man, I think I gotta go with Batista, but this is a really hard one for me because both kick some serious booty in the ring, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Next.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just say off of what I've seen. I didn't see. I watched a little bit of wrestling when they were wrestling, So I'm gonna go off what I've seen in movies, between Guardian of the Galaxies and he was in Army of the Dead, talking about Batista and a few other movies where he basically jumping off the top rope, beating people down. I'm about to say David Batista. I think he still has it that he will whip the Rock, beat him down. I have much respect for both. So just know that if any of you two are watching, we're good. I'm just saying. I gotta choose one. So don't beat me up if y'all ever meet me. You see me again.
I so that's the thing. Like, if it doesn't, I'm just basically choosing how I want to lose at this point in a fight. So I would rather lose by getting like the people's elbow on me or something like that, because that's just an iconic wrestling move. So
That
I'll
was
go
the
with
Rock's
Dwayne
move, right? That was the
That's
Rock's
the
move.
Rock's
Yeah.
move. Yeah. So he had the people's elbow bend, and what was the other thing? Didn't he do two
The rock
things?
bottom.
Oh, rock bottom. I remember. I remember the people's elbow. Yep, I do remember that. And then he do the eyebrow thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're good at it. I can't do that. There you go, guys. That
Is
is
this there it is. All right, Ben, take us to game releases, sir.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
So what I got cracking? A fun game. A game that a lot of people actually like this dude. He's in a lot of the Nintendo games. He's in Smash. He's in Mario Kart. If you haven't figured it out by now, his name is Wario. So Wario has a new game out. It's called WarioWare Get It Together. Ben, get it together, okay? John, get it together.
Why are you singling me?
No. So WarioWare Get It Together is an upcoming. It's a mini game party game, and this obviously fits right into Nintendo's wheelhouse here. Co-developed by Nintendo EPD and Intelligent Systems for the Nintendo Switch. So it is the 10th installment of this series of WarioWare, following WarioWare Gold for the Nintendo 3DS that came out not too long ago. And this game was announced back at E3 2020 Virtual during the Nintendo Direct presentation. So it's a multiplayer video game. Like I said, it's a party game, fun action game, and it is out. It came out earlier this week, so it's already out. So you can now download it for your Switch, and the prices range from $49.88 to $54.52. If you go to GameStop, that's the better price, or maybe the Nintendo eShop might be better price there. I don't know. But Wario has probably got more games, just as many games as Luigi and Mario made, I would think, because he's all of a sudden he popped on the scene. He's getting games named, made after him forever now. So I would say check that out. Nintendo like I said, they know their warehouse. They know where they play these. They make these fun family games. That I think I told you we talked about it on here a few earlier this year, where I went to visit my godson, and we were playing games on his Switch. It was a game that he been mastering, and so what he would basically kick your butt and then tell you how to play after the fact. And I was like, yeah, he's only like he's about to be 12, about to be 13. I'm like, dude, oh well, he's like, he gives you cryptic messages on what button to do what, and how to do this and that. I'm like, I get what you're doing. I said, you are wrong for that. You are diabolical. You are wrong. So that is what Nintendo does. You're creating little devious gamers out there. But they're fun. The games are fun. I can say that much for Nintendo and their games that they put out year over year, and week over week. So I say download it, however you want it. Like me, I like the hard disk. I like to go get the cartridges from the store. So I might be heading over to GameStop to get WarioWare, Get It Together. Because if you don't, you have to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, download it, have fun with it. And that's my game release of the week. Fellas, what you guys got?
Well, my choice this week is taking me back to my childhood. It's called Sonic Colors Ultimate. It was out yesterday, September 7th, on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, and the Nintendo Switch. Join Sonic in the high-speed adventure of a lifetime. The evil Dr. Eggman has built a gigantic interstellar amusement park bursting with incredible rides and colorful attractions, but he's powering it with a captured alien race called Wisps. Use Sonic's lightning speed to free the Wisps and learn the secrets of their amazing powers as you explore 6 unique, colorful worlds, each filled with dangerous enemies and hurdles to overcome. So this looks awesome to me. Like I said, takes me back to my childhood playing Sonic on the Genesis. It is called Sonic Colors Ultimate. It is already out on PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, and the Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
All right, guys.
Big
My
fun.
pick for this week's game releases, I went with actually NBA 2K22, PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, Xbox, blah blah blah, Switch, basically everywhere.
He said,
And,
blah, blah.
So we talked about like who was on the cover about NBA 2K22 a few weeks ago, and there's actually a number of different covers, including the first cover I believe with a female athlete on it as well. But it's basically NBA 2K. It's got everything you've always wanted in a 2K game. They tweaked a little bit of the different modes, including the triple threat online mode. It's just a little bit different. But here's what I thought was cool. So here's some of the upgrades. Let me find out. Shoot, where did it go? Ben, where did I put that?
What? That's funny. He's asking you. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. Basically, well, this is what caught my eyes because guys know I'm into sports cards, right?
Yep.
No.
And there's like a mode where you can like get your card graded now. It's really weird. No, I can't find it.
Stop laughing.
Oh my God, he's about to have fun with you now, John.
I can't find it now.
He's about to
I had
give
it
it to
all
you.
lined up, and then the internet moved everything around. So anyway, NBA 2K22. That's my game.
All
When
right.
is it out?
I can't find the thing I was looking for. Oh, there it is. And in creator levels, team customization, shoe crafting, and even a card grading service. That's what I was looking at. And my team has the look of a game mode. It could stand alone on its own rights. Bleacher Report is where I'm getting this information on NBA 2K22. But I thought that was cool. Even a card grading service. I'm into NBA.
In the
2K22.
game? That's
I
crazy.
guess.
Yeah.
I know they're on. Yeah, I know. Also, they're gonna have like 2, maybe 3 different cover athletes. I know they have Luka Doncic. I think Giannis, and I think Michael Jordan is going to be on different releases, like a PlayStation 5 cover, Xbox cover, and a Nintendo Switch, or something like that.
Well,
It's
here's what we had when those covers first came out. One was Luka Doncic.
Yep.
The other one was the 75th anniversary with Kareem, Kevin Durant, and Dirk Nowitzki.
I knew it was going to be multiple superstar covers, something like that.
And then the WNBA 25th anniversary edition with Candace Parker on the cover.
Oh, okay, that's dope. Yep,
There you go. That's my game release this week.
There we go.
NBA 2K22, for everybody out there wondering, is out September 10th on the PC, PlayStation 5.
I thought I said that at the start. Did I not say that at the start?
You were looking for your information, and I think
I said that at the start. All the availability.
Okay. To the Twitch chat, Tiburon317 says he will fight Batista. He's not catching no people's elbow dealing with The Rock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either, but it's fake. Remember, it's fake.
Stop that, Ahman. I will come to Green Bay right now and show you it's not fake.
Ah.
Thrill to
Oh.
me, damn it.
All right, where we at? All right, we on what's on stream. Ben, take us there.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the... sorry. Excuse me. It's time for What's on Stream.
Ooh, what is on stream now, man? I know, John. We could probably do this together, right? You got this one too. So it's on Netflix. It's called Clickbait. And it's definitely one of the first things I've seen that actually, talk about like catfishing, other than the actual Catfish TV show on MTV. So I'll give a quick rundown of say some of the actors. Adrian Greener. I'm saying his name. I'm destroying his last name.
The guy.
He's from Entourage. Yeah, he's from Entourage. Betty Gabriel. She was from Get Out. If you remember her, she was one of the grandparents that got transformed into another body. That's part of the cast. And Zoe Kazan, she plays Pia Brewer. So Nick Brewer, which is played by Adrian from Entourage. So it says when a family man, Nick Brewer, is abducted in a crime with a sinister online twist, those closest to him race to uncover who is behind it and why. So this series started back on August 25th, and we just caught wind of it I'll say this past weekend. We started, watching it, and we wrapped it up last night, John. And man, what I say, when online twist is putting it lightly, just saying that. So I liked it. It was definitely crazy, but it wasn't too far fetched that, oh man, this could happen, especially with the way technology is today. And one thing I would say, and I'll pass it off to you, John, do not give people access. People that you think you should know, don't give them access to your computer, bro. Don't do it. Don't give them your administration sign in. Don't do it. Those passwords, those usernames, keep them safe, locked away. Do it. Don't do it.
Right
John?
here. Right here. That's where all my passwords are. They're all the same with slight variations because they make me change it every month.
Yep.
Audience 1, 2, 3, right?
1, 2, 3. No, clickbait. I have one more episode to watch of this, and I really do enjoy this series. It's really fun. It's interesting, and I love the way they approach every episode of Mon. So, like Mon laid out kind of the plot of everything, and so each episode they kind of take you behind the scenes and tell the story of, for example, the sister of the guy, the main character from Entourage. Then they go to the detective who's on the case, then the wife of the guy, then the mistress, then the reporter who's covering the story. And you get all these different angles, and it tells the story. And I thought that was so cool. And I got one more episode. I thought it was 10 episodes. So we were watching it last night, the wife and I. Ahman, so we were probably like watching the same stuff. And she's like, should we do one more? I'm like, I think we got 8, 9, and 10 left. Let's keep them for later. But we only had one left, so I'm down to one left.
Yeah. There's only 8 episodes. Yeah, limited series. I'm learning that it's either between 6 to 10 episodes, and you could have finished it last night, but you could finish it tonight. But yeah, I like how they did that POV. From the wife. I know they have eventually the son, and then the brother of another character in the movie. So they have different those different point of views. You kind of see where things went askew, went wrong, and why it turned out the way it did. It's just crazy. Who you thought done it, you have no clue. So
Don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything. I just said that I was gonna say that. That's all I was gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, check it out. It's on Netflix. It's up now. You can watch it. You can binge it. They're about 45-minute episodes, 42, 45 minutes. So I say you could binge it on a Saturday. I say don't do it on a weekday because you got work in the morning. Get your sleep. I'm gonna definitely preach that since I didn't get enough sleep on Saturday. Get your sleep. All right, man. What you got?
So my choice this week is also on Netflix. It's a movie that they put out. It's called Like Father. It stars Kristen Bell and Kelsey Grammer, who you might know from Cheers, and Dr. Fraser Crane as well. Kelsey Grammer is the dad of Kristen Bell. Kelsey Grammer leaves the family when his daughter's like 2 or 3 years old. Then she's getting married. He shows up unannounced at the wedding, and he's just in the crowd. And unbeknownst to him, Kristen Bell's fiance, she was getting married to that day, just decides you're a workaholic because she takes a phone call during the wedding ceremony and decides to leave her at the altar.
Oh, wow.
So Kelsey Grammer, he decides he's going to sneak out of the wedding. Well, as he's trying to sneak out, he knocks over a chair, and everybody looks at him. And then Kristen Bell's like, what are you doing here? So then the rest of the movie is just those two kind of patching up their relationship, and you find out that they're really a lot alike, and they really get to understand each other. And it's a really good movie. I've been finding a lot of good stuff on Netflix lately that they've been producing. I've been really impressed with Netflix. So that is called Like Father.
Nice.
It's good.
Nice. So they're dad, daughter, both workaholics, and his phone goes off during the ceremony.
Her phone goes off.
Oh, her phone. Oh, okay.
I don't want to give everything away.
No,
but
you don't
she
have.
hid
Yeah.
her phone in this bouquet of flowers she had with her. Yeah.
With the
No,
phone, I was gonna ask, why would she have the phone at her wedding?
Right.
yeah, she put it in a bouquet of flowers.
That is
She's like
off
an
the
addict.
chain. Oh, that's
It's good.
definitely a workaholic. You that mean?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it's good.
I get punched in the face for that. Mm-mm. That would not go down in the green residence
No,
at the green wedding. No sir.
no.
Mhm.
No sir. Oh man, guys, thank you for sharing your what's on stream, and that is the end of our show. So I want to say thank you to. I appreciate everybody watching us today and listening in terms of podcast world and here on Twitch TV .tv or Mind Green TV. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back next week. We will have one of the executive producers, Clint Oldenburg from EA Sports Madden 22. He's the guy that puts hard work in and getting that game ready every year, year over year for past. I know since I met him, so I met him probably back in 2015, so at least 7 years he's been working on it as an executive. So he's been grinding hard. He's already back grinding hard, getting ready for Madden 2023 already. So tune in for that, and we'll be back with a brand new this or that game releases, what's on stream, and also all these interesting topics about what's going on in the video game world. Hopefully I can figure out the problem with my GPU, get that fixed so I can get back on my PC, because I got all my fun games on the PC. I still haven't got a chance to play Alien Fireteam Elite. I'm so salty about that because one of my favorite movies out there to watch too. But until then, y'all could find us on social. You can find me at AmonGreen30 on Twitter and Instagram, and then also the Gamers Lounge is AG_Gamers Lounge on Twitter and Instagram. And then Ben, let people know where they can find and download and what they need to do once they do that, when they do download the podcast.
Yeah, so you can find this podcast everywhere you would get other podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, whatever it may be. But we're going to direct you to Apple Podcasts, rate and review us on there, please. Those go a long way. A lot of important people see those, and they, maybe we'll push them in a certain direction to help this podcast grow. So rate and review us on Apple Podcasts.
And use Spotify. I love Spotify, man. That's where I've been getting all my podcasts recently. It's fantastic.
Nice. Spotify, iHeart, Apple
Yeah.
Podcast, wherever you go, rate us, review us, do that. We gotta have it. All right. And Tiburon317 says clickbait is so good. Just so you
Nice.
hear that on the way out. So everyone, see y'all next week. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend.